A star-studded all-female crew is poised for launch into space on a Blue Origin rocket today, all for a few minutes of experiencing microgravity.
Pop star Katy and Lauren Sanchez, Blue Origin founder Jeff Bezos' fiancee, are among the crew members slated to board the new Shepard 31 spacecraft.
It's a glamorous feat for the industry looking to push tourism beyond Earth's frontier. But as space exploration advances, so does the problem of space debris.
At first glance, this might just look like a chunk of metal, but it's anything but ordinary. What you're looking at is a 700-gram object about the size of a smartphone that was once part of a 2,600-kilogram pallet of used batteries jettisoned from the International Space Station. 4 years ago, NASA released a pallet from the ISS for an uncontrolled re-entry, expecting its parts to burn up as it fell through Earth's atmosphere. But it survived, crashing into the roof of a home in Florida last March, narrowly missing the homeowner's son. And it's not a one-off. Late last year, a massive 500-kilogram metal ring, likely from a rocket separation mechanism, plunged into a Kenyan village from space. Now, space junk is raising serious concerns about our current safety measures and disposal methods, especially as space becomes more and more crowded. In fact, out of over 20,000 satellites that have been launched, only 13,600 remain in space, and just 11,000 of them are still active. The rest, just space junk.
Hundreds of millions of them, potentially. There's probably about 150 million already, smaller than 1 centimeter, is a small fleck of paint weighing a few micrograms, moving at 20 kilometers per second. If it hits another body, it has the explosive power of a grenade. There's something called the Kessler syndrome. It's basically what's known as a cascaded catastrophic collapse of the low Earth orbit environment through space debris, smashing into satellites, creating another field of debris, which then smashes into other satellites, and it cascades, and it becomes, then the entire ecosystem then gets nothing more than a debris field. It destroys all the satellites, it destroys the space stations, the space telescopes, everything up there.
But currently, there are no binding international rules for managing space debris. The 1967 Outer Space Treaty has served as a cornerstone of space law, but it's showing its limitations, particularly with respect to commercial activities, space mining, and crucially, debris mitigation and removal.
Whose responsibility is it? Mandating international action to solve the problem is proving extremely difficult. There's all these kinds of treaties and things that are meant to be helping the situation, but it's very, very difficult to get anybody to take a firm responsibility. The international efforts, you've got the United Nations guidelines, you've got interagency coordination that's happening, you've got national regulations from individual jurisdictions, and you've got even private sector initiatives, but nobody's actually solved it.
But not everyone sees space debris as just a problem. Some private companies are investing in solutions to clean up the mess and turn risk into reward. Japan's Astroscale, for example, has used a magnetic capture mechanism to secure and release a test satellite launched alongside its service module. Meanwhile, Switzerland-based Clear Space aims to envelop and secure debris before slowing it down and guiding it to burn up in Earth's atmosphere.
We actually have a claw-based system. So we would approach the target, align our rotation with it, and then envelope it to capture. Now, in the future, we might have other missions where a robotic arm is more adequate, or different systems are more adequate. So the difficulty in a mission like this is that you have to essentially provide a roadside service to a car that orbits at 28,000 kilometers per hour in the void of space, without gravity, where everything floats, without friction. We needed a lot of capabilities and technologies to be able to get close to those objects, to align our speed with them, but also then align rotation and execute the capture without generating more movement or motions of the object we go pick up.
But what if we could prevent the problem at its core? Some experts argue we should design space technology with zero-waste principles, prioritizing reuse, recycling, and eco-friendly designs. Innovations such as reusable rockets, biodegradable satellites, and sustainable space stations are all vital steps toward creating a cleaner, safe future in space.